again, everybody. It's me, Boo, and I'm back with a very unusual one for me. This one is by Hugo Boss, and this is from the Boss collection, and this is Velvet Amber. Now this one I just got a random sample. Actually, I think I got two. Yeah, there was two in there. Random samples in a trade I did. Somebody threw in a couple of samples of this Velvet Amber, and there was another one of Hugo Boss's from their exclusive collection, that another sample that was in there, and I can't remember what it was, but I wasn't impressed. But what it says on Fragrantica is, Boss the Collection is a luxurious and exclusive collection of 5 fragrances for men presented in 2011. The collection is inspired by fine materials and textures of Hugo Boss tailored suits captured with different quality ingredients. It includes the following scents: cotton and verbena, silk and jasmine, wool and musk, velvet and amber, and cashmere and patchouli. And I think it was the cotton and verbena was the other one, and it wasn't bad. It just didn't impress me much. But this one I fell in love with. I was shocked. Hugo Boss, right? What? That's weird. I never liked any of the Boss scents that I smelled. I haven't smelled that many, because after I was turned off of a couple of them, I thought, yeah, drugstore perfume. I was, just not really into the house. And besides, it mostly caters to men. And so I don't get that. I think this fragrance is completely unisex, and I think you cut out a lot of your potential customers by calling it men's. I never understand why a perfumery does that, but whatever. So this one is very simple. It's amber, vanilla, and is that myrrh? No, resin. Amber, vanilla, and resin. And honestly, that's what you get. This is beautiful stuff, especially in the dry down. When I first spray it, here, I'll spray a little bit just so I can. When I first spray it, it comes off as kind of almost a fougere or something. Not a fougere, but a very aromatic kind of a nothing spectacular kind of a cologne. Very nice, smells expensive, but it didn't really wow me at first until the dry down. Once the dry down hits, this becomes a beautiful amber, and I think that it is aptly named, because I can just picture, when I smell this, I just picture this gorgeous scented black velvet piece of cloth that's wrapped around an amber rock, a pure amber rock. So it's got this slightly cold stone kind of a feel to it when you first spray it. But as soon, almost like there's some citruses or something in there. But once that dries down, which doesn't take long, it takes maybe 20-30 minutes, that's when the magic happens. That's when this becomes something special, in my opinion. It's slightly sweet. I'm surprised there isn't any vanilla or even a little bit of honey or something like that in there, because I definitely get this beautiful sweet note to it, but not too sweet. Oh, well, there is vanilla in it. It's vanilla, and it's resin, and it's amber. And that's what you get. Now the amber just has a touch, just tiny touch bit of soapiness to it, which usually turns me off. But with the combination of the resin and the vanilla, it doesn't. It actually makes it, I think that's part of the aromatic part of it. It just makes it much lighter, because with notes like amber, vanilla, and resin, it should be a heavy, thick, dense kind of a perfume, but it's not. I think this totally could be worn on summer nights. Now this, I think, when it dries down, is a sweeter, less spicy kind of a perfume, like Amber Nobile by Nobile, or is it Nobile, 1942, if anybody smelled that. I go back and forth with that one. It's a little screechy, a little metallic, a little too in your face with some of the incense and the spices and whatever, and it makes it too much for me, just too much. Not this one. This one, even though they remind me of each other in the dry down, this one is much nicer. It's much more wearable, much more versatile, I think, than Ombre Nobile or Ombre Nobile. Anyway, and that one I think is much more masculine, even though I believe it's marketed as unisex. This one is marketed for men, but it's completely unisex. It's beautiful. This, I think, is a little more formal scent. I think men could absolutely pull it off for work and some daytime activities like meetings, or, you know, not something you would wear unlaced Nikes, no socks, cut off jeans, and a wife beater with. I don't think it's like that. I think it's more daytime activities where you'd be wearing, you know, a polo shirt, or, you know, a nice button-up shirt, or, you know, nice jeans, some slacks, like that. For women, I've said this time and time again, I think when a woman wears an obviously masculine fragrance, or, you know, more masculine than most, I think it becomes more formal. So I think women shouldn't wear this unless it was nighttime kind of activities. Now men, I think they could wear it day or night for any kind of activities, anytime. Women, I would stay with the more formal events, dinners out, clubbing, dates, things like that. And I think this is perfect for that. It really is beautiful. I can't even say enough about it. It's quite a bit more spendy than the rest of the Hugo Bosses, and there's this whole trend of all these, you know, just run-of-the-mill designer houses making these exclusive lines. I mean, they're all over the place. I behoove you to find a house nowadays that doesn't have some kind of exclusive line in their repertoire. So this one, though, hits the mark. I think Dolce & Gabbana have one. I want to try some of their exclusive lines. Oh gosh, I just had another one, but I can't remember. And so there's some of these really mainstream fragrances doing these exclusive lines and charging a lot more for them, which makes me a little reticent to buy them, because I don't know, are they just putting their same crap ingredients, their same crap notes in a prettier bottle and going to charge you $100 more? I don't think so. So I would always, on these designer houses, especially the real mainstream ones that suddenly have an exclusive line that's 2 or 3 times the price of their normal perfumes, I would get samples on that. I wouldn't do any blind buying if I were you, because if you're disappointed, you're going to be pissed. So anyway, and people say that this is moderate in its sillage overall, and anywhere from weak to long lasting on its longevity, and I don't have that at all. For me, I have no issues with the performance on this at all. It is fabulous for me. It lasts me a good 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours, easy peasy. And I think the sillage is longer than arm's length, so I think it's above moderate. So really good stuff. Very versatile for a man, more formal for a woman, but lovely nonetheless. It's just a slightly sweet amber, resin perfume. I mean, those 3 notes, that's exactly what you get. And it's gorgeous. I really recommend people getting their nose on it. So anyway, I guess that's about it, and I hope you all have a good day. All right, happy summer. Peace.